welcome viewer to the Ranger Chamber. It's now time for this week's News from the Grid.
Hello Ranger Nation and welcome to News from the Grid, your weekly update of Power Rangers and Super Sentai news right here on the Ranger Chamber YouTube channel with your hosts, myself, Joe from the Ranger Chamber team, and look who's back this week. It's my boyfriend. Yay!
Thank you so much. I apologise, Ranger Nation. I had a very sore tummy bug last week, so apologies for the absence, but glad to be back feeling a whole load better. Oh,
so good to see you back here, darling.
Thank you, Joe, my darling. And today we've got a lot of news.
A lot. We've got 6 articles to get through, so buckle your seatbelts and get ready for all of these. So we're going to kick things off as usual with our main headline. Okay, so our main headline. So we're going to kick things off. Right. Power Rangers banned in Malaysia. Where? What's this about? Well, listen to this. An article went out on the 15th of May explaining of Power Rangers being banned in Malaysia, with the following article stating, while there are a number of TV shows today that could be banned and wouldn't shock us for a minute, other countries are have more strict regulations when it comes to what they allow their citizens to view, especially when it comes to kids shows. Even more so since it was more than 2 decades ago. In all honesty, reasons are more shocking than the ban. In fact, just as the classic Power Rangers was making its way into most TV screens, Malaysia stopped them in their tracks and banned them from airing in their country. While it would make sense given the promotion of violence, it was actually the title they had a problem with. Gary, I believe you have more about that.
The country that banned the release of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers it was first airing was Malaysia, a small country in Southeast Asia that separated into 2 regions, Peninsular Malaysia, East Malaysia, and Malaysia Timur, West Malaysia.
Timur. I think it's Timur.
West Malaysia. To give you more of an idea of what Malaysia is all about, let's divide into 11 other things that are illegal in the country according to Culture Trip.
Oh, that's
you will be shocked by many of them.
So 11 things that are legal in Malaysia that causes Power Rangers not to be aired or something. Gary, continue.
They include jaywalking.
I don't know what that's about. Alcohol.
Accepting food and drink before or after vomiting.
Voting after voting. Drunken behavior.
Commentary with religious, sexual and violent overtones.
Naming your baby after a fruit. What? Okay.
Does that mean I can't call my daughter Peach?
And I can't call my son Avocado.
Oh.
Okay. Indecent exposure, obscene songs, and non-Muslims using Allah for God, attempting suicide, and setting up shop in parking lots. Okay, then. Then there's the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, of course. You think the problem with Power Rangers would have been the constant violence, even if it was obviously faked and scripted, between good and evil that was presented in a kids show. But Malaysia had another reason for the country ban. Malaysian officials determined that the word morphin which is meant to be a catchy shorthand for morphing. You know, it's morphin time and all that stuff. Sounded too similar to the drug morphine. And that it was inappropriate for a kids' show to have a title that could be confused with the name of the drug. Interestingly, other nations, including this...
Oh, sorry, honey, I just...
I know, it's weird, but there you go. But it's interesting. You'll be surprised to learn that Malaysia wasn't the only country to ban the title Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. The UK did too. Where was that? Here we go. Interestingly, other nations, including the UK, had a similar issue, but most of them were fine after a simple title change. And basically, so that's why in Europe, a lot of Power Ranger toys just had the words Power Rangers. So if you look onto the screen up here, you could see what the European Power Ranger logo looks like. So as you can see, it didn't have Mighty and Morphin. It was just simply titled Power Rangers. And that was probably one of the reasons why that the movie, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie, was simply called Power Rangers the movie, instead of being called Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie, because of it being going into other countries. But you learn something new every day. Whether Malaysia didn't allow the show to be resubmitted under a different name, or the show's production company never had bothered to try, is unclear. Gary, Gary, what about the 2017 movie? Do you think that went out in Malaysia?
However, they also reported that the 2017 Power Rangers movie did make it into the theatres in Malaysia. So it's likely that there was some sort of mix preventing the title change at the time. Nonetheless, it's a valid reason. But unfortunately, the kids who didn't get to grow up with the overly extravagant fight moves and horrible villain costumes that they loved so much.
We love so much, yes. It is a sad shame, but hopefully one day, maybe Mighty Morphin Power Rangers will get allowed to be aired in Malaysia, maybe. But all they would probably do is maybe they just change the title to Power Rangers, because there's nothing wrong with the title, Power Rangers. But there you go. And that's our main headline. And now we're going to kick things over now. So we're moving over to Gary for the first little bit of this next segment. And what is our next segment, Gary?
Merchandise news.
Yay! Merchandise. Okay, Gary. So we have two bits of merchandise news. So Gary's going to read the first one. I've got the second one. So, okay. Over to you, Gary.
I've always wanted to do this. Next, Wild Force Super Mini Pla revealed.
Da, da, da.
At hands.
Da, 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 da. I think you get the point. Okay.
On Monday last week, the second entry in Bandai's fantastic Super Mini Pla GoldKingRanger.
Power Ranger. It's basically the Japanese counterpart to Power Rangers Wild Force. Mm-hmm. So it's GoldKingRanger. Maybe we should be teaching how to pronounce those words. GoldKingRanger. Go. Anyway, continue, my darling.
Lined up was revealed with full colour shots of the production ready model.
And look what one it is. It's Skull Muscle. So in Power Ranger terms, it's the Kongazord, Wild Force Kongazord, which is really cool. So for a Super Mini Pla Gal Muscle having recently been found online. Ooh. But Gary, what does this Gal Muscle come with?
Including everything that you'll see build Go Gorilla, Go Bear, Go Polar, Go Rhino, and Go Armadillo. And finally, the muscle anchor accessory.
Awesome. So basically what we have is the Gorilla Zord, the Black Bear Zord, and the Polar Bear Zord, the Rhino Zord, and the Armadillo Zord. So we got a nice little mix of different kind of Zords, which is really cool. But I think what I found confusing is that the Rhino Zord and the Rhino Zord and the Armadillo Zord, I would have thought they would have saved that for the Mini Pla Isis Megazord, but I guess they're trying to do something a little different, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Of course, the power animals will also be to combine into articulated Go muscle in both his standard mode and striker mode, in addition to being fully capable with the previously released GoldKing.
GoldKing. So basically, they're saying that these new Zords will be compatible with the previously released Wild Zords. So the Red Lion, Yellow Eagle, Blue Shark, Black Bison, and White Tiger Zord, which is really cool. And obviously, we have an image of that up there. As you can see, we've got the image. So that's Gal Muscle in its standard form. So that's with the Gorilla, Black Bear, Polar Bear, Eagle, and Bison. And then we have this one. Now, this is the Gal Muscle Striker mode, which is where it includes the Rhino and Armadillo for the legs instead of the Bison and the Eagle, which is really cool. And I actually really liked having the Wild Zords as a kid because they're really fun. I loved all the way that they could all get different Megazord combinations, because one of the fun things about Power Ranger Toy Zords was the way you can combine to make different Megazord combinations. Okay, and okay, Gary. So where can people pre-order this incredible figure, and when will it be available? Sorry.
Gal Muscle we'll see a release date in September. You can pre-order this from Tuku Collectibles.
Collectibles. It's a funny word, but it's really cool. It's really cool as well. Okay, I have our next merchandise news. Now, we've just received this just now, so it's amazing what happens when you're on social media just before you're about to record. And we'd like to announce that Hasbro Gaming are going to be releasing a Tiger Electronics Power Rangers handheld game. Woohoo! Oh my goodness, this is so cool. This is a blast from the past. This is straight out from 1994. So what we have here is the re-release, supposed revamp re-release of the original Tiger Electronics Mighty Morphin Power Rangers handheld game. Now, I actually have the original one of this from the original one from 1994, which is really, really awesome. And when it was sold in the UK, you used to be able to get it in Argos, and I think it was like, to be honest, it was such a long time ago. I'll tell you what, I'll put an image up here from the Argos catalogue of how much it is, so you can see it for yourself, because obviously I can't remember it. But it was really cool that, I had that, and I still got it. It still works amazingly. But yeah, I have to remember to take the batteries out when you're not playing with it, because otherwise it will be, it will get battery acid in it, and that would be really, really bad. But yeah, it is really, really awesome. And yeah, so we don't know when this will be released, but when we do find out when this will come out, we'll be sure to let you all know in any more upcoming News from the Grid newsletters or videos. Okay, and now it's time for us to take you over to our next segment, which is comic news. And our comic news for this week is as follows. Power Rangers issue 7 released. On Wednesday, the 19th of May, the 7th issue of the Power Rangers comic that follows Lord Draken and Omega Rangers was released. Boom Studios, under license by Hasbro, has revealed a first look at Power Rangers issue 7 from superstar writer Ryan Pirot. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers / Ninja Turtles. So he was the writer of those comics, which is really cool. Acclaimed artist Francesco Mortarino from Firefly the Sting, and colorists. You get the idea. I'm just going to skip this bit because it's just a load of awesome people, pretty much. 2 new series, 2 new teams. The era of unlimited power continues here, and only Lord Draken, the greatest enemy, can save the Power Rangers in May 2021. The Omega Rangers and Lord and Draken are on the run in space, but they must find new allies if they want to defeat the Imperials. But that means trusting someone they're not sure is a friend or foe. If they are to save the universe, and then there's Draken. Power Rangers issue 7 features main cover art by Matteo Scalera. I do apologize if I pronounced that wrong, but variant cover art by fan favorite artist Danielle Di Nucolo, 7 Secrets, who was behind 7 Secrets, and Peach Momoko Wind. So I guess it's another comic series. I do apologize. The comic is available now to pick up at your local comic book stores and online, and obviously the cover is really awesome. Okay, we have a new segment on News from the Grid, and me and Gary are very excited to announce this new segment. This is the one and only convention news. Oh my goodness! So we've been waiting for some convention news for a long time. Now we are here to present the first convention news, and here it is. Steve Cardenas to appear at a UK convention in the summer. Ooh, what is this? It was announced that Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Zeo actor Steve Cardenas, who played Rocky DeSantos, the second Mighty Morphin Red Ranger and Blue Zeo Ranger, is due to appear as a guest at Sussex Comic Con on the 7th of August at Robertsbridge Community College. Ooh, interesting. Now, Gary, we've met Steve Cardenas before, and he was a pretty cool guy, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yes, he was. Yes, he definitely was.
Okay, and Gary, where can people buy tickets?
Where can people buy tickets? Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can buy tickets to go and see Steve Cardenas at Robertsbridge Community College at tickettailor.com.
And of course, you can find a link in the description below where you can buy a ticket to the event. Now, we don't know how much his autograph and photo shoot prices are, but as always, stay tuned to News from the Grid as we find out more. Okay, Gary, I believe you have our next segment.
I do. It is gaming news.
Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, it is gaming news. Okay, well, you would think that the Tiger Electronics would be gaming news, but nah, it's merchandise news. But we do have some gaming news. And Gary, what is this week's gaming news?
Well, we have patch 4 Battle for the Grid.
Awesome stuff.
With just a few days away for the next Power Rangers Battle for the Grid update, which will be getting a new balance of many of the game's characters, as well as a pair of Street Fighter characters. Ryu and Chun-Li will be joining the Ranger form.
Awesome stuff. So, as you fans may remember, we've reported it last time, and you can always see, also see a picture on the screen. But we will be getting Ryu, who is the Crimson Hawk Ranger, and Chun-Li, who is the Blue Phoenix Ranger in the upcoming Street Fighter pack. Now, though this update won't officially roll out until the 25th of May, developers have already posted a patch notes. Players on Xbox may already be able to see some of these upcoming characters in their version of the game, but will not have full access to them until the patch goes live tomorrow on Tuesday, the 25th of May, which is really cool. So, are you guys and girls and Ranger fans going to get this patch and get the Street Fighter pack? Because that's going to be really cool. I mean, I'm hoping to get it. It's going to be really awesome. And of course, if you want to check out the News from the Grid 2.6 patch, you can check that link in the description below. Now, is it my turn? Yes, it is. It's my turn again. And I'm taking us over to our next segment, which is fan news. So we got some fan news. Okay. Power Rangers fan series to expand. What does that mean, I hear you ask? Well, Nerdbot Studios and Crimson Vision Studios have confirmed their name for the universe that connects First Ninja, Shattered Past, Rise of the Ninja, and Bloodline of the Grid. Power Rangers Extended Universe will be the official title that connects everything under the Nerdbot and Crimson Vision umbrella. Get ready for more Rangers, more episodes, and even more deep diving into the Power Rangers unexplored lore. Creator and actor of the series, Colin K. Bass, who plays Sam O'Neill, the Omega Ranger, is very excited about the expansion universe. And again, we'd just like to say a massive thank you to Colin K. Bass for sending us this incredible news. Thank you so much. We're very much looking forward to all your upcoming projects with all your Ranger friends and the other Ranger cosplayers. You are doing a more phenomenal job, and we need new Power Ranger content out there. It's going to be really, really amazing. Okay, and that's all the articles for this week. Thank you, everybody. Now we have Ranger Highlight of the Week. Ranger Highlight of the Week. Okay, so what's our Ranger Highlight of the Week? Now, I think for me, this is a tricky one. I think my Ranger Highlight of the Week has definitely got to be, well, I mean, I love the idea that Steve Cardenas is coming to Sussex, which is where I'm from. So it's really cool. But the sad thing is, I'm not able to go because I have plans around that time. So unfortunately, I will have to give it a miss, sadly. But if you want to go and meet Steve Cardenas, now's your opportunity to go meet him. And it'd be so nice because, and also, MCM London Comic Con is back in October on the weekend of the, hold on, I've got it written down. Oh no, I'm looking in December, wrong date, sorry. I apologize, this is so bad. There we go. It is on the weekend of the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th of October. So we don't know when tickets will be available, so we'll be sure to let you all know what's happening with that. And as we're just really excited about that. So I suppose, yeah, that is my highlight, the convention news. And I have to say that I have to throw in another highlight. I think my other highlight has definitely got to be the battle for the grid Street Fighter pack. And now I'm not really a big fan of Street Fighter, but I love that they've got range of that. These two characters, Ryu and Chun-Li, have ranger forms. I'm really looking forward to playing as those characters, and it's going to be really cool. Gary, what about you? What's your Ranger highlight of the week?
Just finding out about the ban, even though it's not a highlight, I'm still a wee bit shocked about it. So
I guess all countries are different because all different countries have their laws and rules and restrictions, and they have their ways of doing things. So you learn, like I said, you learn something new every day.
Week would be that. I would definitely say Ranger dislike of the week would be that. I just find that shocking because I love Power Rangers.
That's the Ranger non-highlight of the week. Okay, pretty much.
But
it's
the
others.
The convention news, definitely convention. It's amazing.
Yeah, really cool. And it'd be nice to have conventions again. It's been so long. And of course, don't forget, Ranger Nation, that with MCM London Comic Con coming up, you know that my team, with myself and Gary and the rest of Morphin Grid Cosplay and Ranger Chamber, will be attending MCM London Comic Con to help Hasbro promote the Power Ranger brand. And it's going to be really exciting. And we can't wait to do that. And we have lots of awesome stuff planned. So be sure to stay tuned. Okay, and that is it. So Ranger Nation, we'd just like to say thank you for watching. And if you've got any Power Rangers and Super Sentai news you would like us to report on your behalf, then all you got to do is send us an email, Facebook message, Instagram message, Twitter message, or email address as well. So you can contact us with, or you just got to remember to send any video clips to do with the news, information, and the text, and etc. etc. And yeah, that would be really awesome. And yes, it's going to be really cool. And of course, as always, please remember to like the video, share the video, comment below. Question of the day, very simple. Your favorite article of this week. And yes, it's going to be really awesome. And yeah, pretty much. And of course, 1, 2, 3, go subscribe. There's more videos coming out right here on the Ranger Chamber, and with June coming up and Pride Month coming and new stuff coming our way, this is going to be really exciting because we do have some new stuff coming out next month, and it's going to be really awesome. But we'll be revealing more on next week News from the Grid when we have some announcements to make. So be sure to subscribe and stay tuned. And yeah, Ranger Nation, that is it. So it's a goodbye from me, Joe, from the Ranger Chamber team, and it's a goodbye from this fabulous guy next to me.
Thank you, honey.
So it's thank you for watching, everybody. I'm Joe from the Ranger Chamber, and he's Gary from the Ranger Chamber. We are the Ranger Chamber team, and that was News from the Grid. Good night, everybody.